everything we do in local government is seen and felt almost immediately by the communities we serve. Those everyday touch points are where trust is built, and I think it's where people feel that their voices matter most.
Hello, and welcome to this ICMA Member Spotlight. I'm your host, Jessie Finley, Marketing Manager with ICMA, and today we're excited to highlight the Local Gov 250 initiative, a celebration of the essential role that local government has played in strengthening democracy and serving communities over the last 250 years. Joining us today is Tanisha Briley, City Manager of Gaithersburg, Maryland, and one of ICMA's Local Gov 250 champions. Throughout her career, Tanisha has demonstrated a deep commitment to public service, leadership development, and advancing the impact of local government in people's everyday lives. We're looking forward to hearing more about her career journey, what inspires her work in local government, and her perspective on the future of local government and democracy. Thanks so much for joining us today, Tanisha.
Thanks for having me, Jessie.
Without further ado, let's dive right in. You've been recognized as a Local Gov 250 champion. What does that distinction mean to you personally and professionally? And furthermore, what responsibility comes with helping tell the story of local government's impact on democracy?
Such an honor. I am so grateful for the recognition. And especially as I reflect on the incredible class of fellow public servants who were also selected, I carry it with humility. As a Black woman city manager, which is part of a demographic that's somewhere around 2% or so of all city managers, my selection feels like a chance to show what's possible and to reflect how far we've come in 250 years. And at the same time, I think it also underscores how much farther we can go as we strive toward a more perfect democracy for all. So for me, being a Local Gov 250 champion isn't really about the title, though it is pretty cool. It's about shining a light on the everyday, the people-centered work of local government and inviting more voices, talent, and lived experience into the profession.
Amazing. I really appreciate that perspective. And I'm hearing a strong theme of representation, service, and helping people better understand the important role that local government plays in their daily lives. And that connects perfectly to one of the central ideas behind Local Gov 250. So let's get into that. Local Gov 250 initiative highlights the idea of democracy at the doorstep. What does that phrase mean to you in your work as a local government professional? And could you maybe share an example of how residents experience democracy through local government every day?
That phrase, democracy at the doorstep, often attributed to retired manager Bill Buchanan. Want to make sure he gets his shout out. Democracy at the doorstep sort of captures the heart of our work as local government professionals. It's a simple way to describe what we do, even as the work itself grows more complex every single day. So residents experience democracy through the accessibility, transparency, and the responsiveness of local services, whether they're talking to a city staff member, participating in a neighborhood meeting, or seeing a project move from idea to reality, or sometimes even protesting those projects. Everything we do in local government is seen and felt almost immediately by the communities we serve. Those everyday touch points are where trust is built, and I think it's where people feel that their voices matter most.
Looking ahead, what do you think local government needs to focus on most to continue strengthening democracy over the next 250 years? Are there specific challenges or opportunities you think leaders should be preparing for?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think we have sort of these immediate needs and some long-term vision that we need to keep our focus. We should continue strengthening the trust, building community resilience, and preparing for opportunities and disruptions that are ahead. It's interesting, I think in every decade, you'll hear folks like me in the profession say things like, we've never faced these kinds of challenges before. This is unprecedented in these difficult times. And I think certainly there are always arguments that this time is even more severe or even more concerning. Each time, though, we have found our way through, and each time we have found that local government has remained the source of trusted government for Americans. And I think it's important that we continue to maintain that. So, a specific challenge that I see today is this assault on expertise and kind of this systematic devaluing of the contributions of public servants. And that's why this kind of initiative, the 250 initiative, is so important that we keep that going. It's going to require local leaders to defend professionalism, to tell the story of our work more effectively and in ways that are relevant to how information is consumed and processed in today's world. And we have to continue to engage residents in ways that are transparent and inclusive. And at the same time, we have to continue to innovate around technology, equity, climate, workforce shifts, all of those things that we face on a day-to-day basis. So it's sort of back to what I was saying before about balancing sort of these immediate needs with the long-term strategy so that democracy continues to thrive at the local level.
So true. And as you talk about, strengthening trust, embracing that innovation and preparing for future challenges, it highlights just how important that next generation of local leaders will be in carrying that torch forward. And you have built an impressive career in local government leadership. So, what intentional steps do you take to inspire and develop that next generation of public servants?
Yeah, I think it's the blocking and tackling of preparing the next generation, right? There's not anything new under the sun there. There's coaching, mentoring, offering stretch opportunities to staff so that they can grow with confidence. It's also important that we don't take for granted that the best and brightest will continue to choose local government service as a career, or that those who have already done so will survive the challenges that they'll face without our support and encouragement. So we have to actively recruit, nurture, retain talent, and build cultures that value curiosity and inclusion and continuous learning through places like ICMA. Local government's a place where impact is visible and meaningful, and I think that's a great opportunity for us to continue to go after the next generation of service-minded, people-centered folks. And we should continue to help emerging leaders see that connection and feel that connection between the world that they want to live in and how they can achieve that through local government service.
You definitely just provided some built-in words of advice, but do you have any other pieces of advice for emerging leaders considering a career in local government?
Yeah, sure. Some of the pieces that I tend to give often is if you're already working in local government, is to raise your hand for everything that you can. Volunteer for any sort of cross-city committee that you can become involved in, opportunities to grow your skills outside of the area where you may be working. If you're looking to the field, I was a local government management fellow. One of my proud accomplishments was being selected for that program, and it certainly made the difference for me. It allowed me to explore the field with a little less pressure, right? If I changed my mind after the fellowship, I had an opportunity, to explore other career fields. But I was placed in the city manager's office. I was in a location that had some really serious staffing and structural challenges. And so there was plenty of opportunity to raise my hand and volunteer for all sorts of things, which helped me build my skill set. And everyone's fellowship experience is different, but certainly it is a bit of a fast track, I think, to really kind of understanding and examining sort of the inner workings of how this is going to work and whether that's a career for you. And even with all of those challenges and sort of really scary moments, it really just kind of helped me solidify that this is what I wanted to do, that even through those challenges, it was worth it to be in a position to work together with the community and help them improve quality of life and make the community something that they were proud of. And then lastly, look for someone who's going to support you. It can be something as simple as, is it okay if I call you every once in a while and run this job description by you because I'm thinking about applying? Or, here's my background and experience, and I think I'm missing this. Do you agree with that? You can make it these short touch points. But having that ability to tap someone or multiple people to kind of bounce things off of when you're exploring your career, I think is really key, really helpful.
Tanisha, thank you so much for joining us and for sharing your insights and experiences today. Throughout our conversation, you've highlighted several themes that are both at the heart of Local Gov 250 and the local government profession as a whole: service, trust, mentorship, representation, and a commitment to creating opportunities for future generations. Your leadership and dedication to public service are a wonderful reflection of the impact that local government professionals have in communities every day. As we continue celebrating the Local Gov 250 initiative, conversations like this remind us that local government truly is democracy at the doorstep, connecting people, solving challenges, and helping communities thrive. To our viewers, thank you for joining us for this ICMA Member Spotlight. We hope this conversation has inspired you to learn more about the Local Gov 250 initiative and really get involved. Until next time, thank you for all you do in service to our communities.